My name's Catherine Croydon and I'm a director of Hilltop Publishing, which is a small family business. We mainly publish books, but we also do a little song publishing too.
My name's Luke Croydon and I also work for the family business. My main role is to manage the IT, make sure the computers run properly, and I manage the dance music sector of the business.
The third person in the business is my husband and partner Dave, who's a marketing expert.
Can you tell me the story of the business? How did it start?
Well, it started because we all had particular levels of expertise in different fields which we thought would work well together. That is, Dave is a marketing expert and had just sold his marketing company. I'd got experience as an editor of books.
I'd been at Guitar College and before then Sound Production College, and so I'd experience of how a studio worked.
What would you say are the advantages of owning your business over working for somebody else?
The satisfaction comes from being in a position to choose what you think is valuable and doing your best to promote it.
What has been the hardest part of the business for you?
The hardest part for me has been finding a decent distribution company to sell our records to shops. Most distribution companies are only interested in the larger record labels.
There's a similar problem with books actually, which is to say again that larger companies who have a large output find it easier to get distribution. For a small independent publisher like ourselves, it's difficult to get, so you have to work hard on self-distribution, which obviously is more time-consuming.
With hindsight, is there anything you would have done differently?
Yes, I think I would concentrate more on small-scale avenues that are open to small independents and not try to key in to the larger industry. What works is the personal touch. For example, one of our authors who's written this book, which is called The Wind in the Pylons, which has got a strongly environmental theme, he actually helped in the promotion of the book by cycling on a trip round where the leading character goes in the second volume and selling his book at bookshops as he went, with me giving him press and local radio support. And that was very successful and got quite a lot of attention, and we sold quite a few books as a result.
What advice would you give me for starting up my own business?
I would say that you want to do a lot of research before you begin. Make absolutely sure you've got a really good marketing plan and that you've looked to see whether there is a market for your product or service in the area in which you're going to operate. And don't plunge in with both feet until you've researched properly to make sure that it's something that's likely to be viable.
Eventually, my ambition lies in politics. I'd like to have a place in the House of Lords, which is Britain's upper house of Parliament.
Eventually, I would like one of our novels to take off so it reached a very wide public, and I'd like one of our songs to be a massive hit.
Eventually, I would like to run a hotel or a restaurant where I've got some very direct customer contact.
My last job as a teacher trainer was very structured. I would say this job is far less structured than my previous job.
People feel that advertising has lack of social responsibility and it's a waste of time and money. But actually the reality is that advertising and marketing have very strong social roles to play and roles in terms of maintaining jobs.